good about that. But anyways, hard following Roger. But so critical issues in EPC project development. And first, I wanted to take a look and describe what it is that we do at M+W Zanders. I think a lot of times at these conferences we pay so much attention to the technology providers, to the equipment providers and so on, but sometimes we forget to think about what's involved with the facility development and manufacturing this technology. So I want to describe where we come from and the role that we play in this industry. And then talk a little bit about economies of scale, and that'll make a little more sense once you find out what we do. And then lastly, talk about the project execution strategies for achieving our goals in this industry. So a little bit about myself. You guys already know I like to run 5Ks. My background, actually, my roots in this industry are in industrial engineering in the semiconductor industry. I was very fortunate to spend several years forecasting both short and long-term global capacity for Intel right down the highway over here. And for me, making it personal to this industry, it's really interesting to see a lot of the manufacturing concepts that were relevant to our capacity analyses back at Intel in high-volume manufacturing. It's interesting for me to see a lot of those concepts starting to take root, and whether or not they will or will not take root as this industry marches towards standardization and trying to become more efficient with our manufacturing operations and so on. So my career currently resides in business development and photovoltaics, and I was happy to make that transition. Now, what you're looking at are several pretty pictures of various production facilities that we have either designed or designed and built around the world. And the reason I wanted to show these, you can see here, is the guts of the insides of these factories. Most of these are PV production facilities. And the reason that I wanted to show these is because it's easy to help explain what it is that we do. We design and build these types of facilities from the ground up, from start to finish. Sometimes they're greenfield, sometimes they're brownfield, but this is what we do, design and build from start to finish. And when I say start to finish, that can involve early on analysis for working with the company. Let's say, for example, we just heard from Spire and AMAT. Let's say the AMAT has a customer that wants to build a facility. We can help that customer understand why it's important to build in certain regions in various parts of the globe, what needs to be accounted for in terms of utility consumption rates, all the various components of architecture, engineering, construction, and construction management that are involved with getting one of these facilities up and running. That's what we do. And so a couple more stats on our company. We're based out of Stuttgart, Germany. At least that's where our world headquarters are. We were established back in 1912. And our roots are in electronics. We've been designing clean rooms for over 40 years. And we've accomplished over 25 million square feet of clean room design. And the reason I bring that stat up is because with us based in Germany, and with us, our background in electronics, it made a lot of sense for us to migrate into the PV industry as that blossomed and took off out of Germany. And so here in the US with this week, we're hoping that a lot of that same growth, as we heard today, will continue to be realized here. And now we're a world leader in the design and build of semiconductor, PV, and flat panel facilities. Now, I don't want to go through the references slides, but just a couple of key references of us. We design and build high-volume facilities for the likes of First Solar, for Conergy, for Ursol, and so on.